Hello, welcome back to Asian Cinema Season 2 and Project Jackie, and a very quick intro because we have decided to watch this film far too late for a reason which we won't disclose and you will never know about ever. We're going to watch Jackie Chan's Armour of God 3 Chinese Zodiac. This came out about 20 years after the last one, which was Operation Condor in the early 90s. It says in the back here, this is the film which, it says featuring Jackie Chan, who performs all of his own stunts for the very last time on film. I know he's done stuff since then, but I guess this was like 2012. So I'm mainly intrigued because of the story of the actual plot of the film, which he talks about in his book, and the true story behind it is incredible, and I don't know if the film's going to live up to it, but we'll see. So, a recent-ish Jackie Chan film, Armour of God 3. We may as well round out the round out the trilogy, and Connie's already laughing at the menu, so that might be a good sign. We'll see. But the first two I really enjoyed, specifically Operation Condor. So I'm looking forward to more kind of. Oh wow, that's a really interesting.
I've seen him do that before.
You've seen him do that before, okay?
Yeah.
He's kind of do that.
I've seen another movie where was that Tom Cruise?
Are you not thinking of Jim Carrey at the end of Yes Man?
Someone is on one of those things.
Yeah. Anyway, right, so I'll leave that in for free. So we're going to check this out and see what we think.
Hey, shit, get down.
Can I leave that in?
No.
Come on.
Didn't know you were going. Oh, that really hurt him?
Well, he was getting too old for that shit. Ah. So that's how they did the final scene. I had a feeling it was like blue screen, but like done in some sort of wind thingy. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Crazy guy.
Oh my god. Oh. See, now when he gets hurt, it's not like, okay, that hurt, let's carry on. It's like, okay, I'm nearly 60. Let me just stop for a second.
Yeah. That's why I got shocked in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I said that was not possible. Oh, so embarrassing.
No. Oof.
每一次做危险动作都会很怕，会想很多事情。有些事可能这是我最后一个镜头，也是我人生的最后一个镜头。
That was him too? That's funny.
Why not, I guess.
We were not the same. We are not the same. We will never do what he does.
Okay, this is like the first outtake at the end of the film, and Connie wanted to watch it again because you said it didn't look like he got hurt.
Yeah, I got confused when they had to like help him out because I didn't really see what happened.
It looked pretty bad to me, so. Ugh, on the back.
And landed on his ass, I guess. Maybe he
No, it looked.
fractured his tailbone or something.
Alright, so we are done with Chinese
You're
Zodiac.
not recording.
I am recording. Leave that one in for free as well. Armour of God 3, Chinese Zodiac, also known as Chinese Zodiac, also known as CZ12, because the film was released in 2012, and I believe that's like the Year of the Dragon or something like that, which ties into the plot of the film. And we're not going to go into too much detail now because it's really late, so maybe tomorrow we'll pick up with more extended thoughts. But initial thoughts and reactions to this. I want to know what you think.
It was entertaining, it was goofy, it was over the top with most of the comedy scenes and so on. It was very overdone, but I guess it fit the movie because it was like that throughout the whole thing, so it made it okay.
Yeah.
It was fun, yeah. I'm glad we watched this instead.
Were you expecting worse or better from
Worse.
like a... Yeah, because it's like more recent film from him, so you know it's not...
No,
No?
I like recent films. I just the series.
Oh, based on the series itself?
Yeah, I
okay.
expected it to be worse because.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. Actually, no, I would say I love this one. It's just really fun. It is goofy. It isn't a particularly good or great film. I don't think there's some really ropey like CGI in it, like.
Yeah.
Really, like it's the scene when he's running around the maze with the
bees.
dogs and the bees, like really cheap CGI. But to be fair, there is a lot of location stuff in this. There's some big sets. It's a big adventure film. It reminded me of Uncharted quite a lot with some of the locations and the plundering and all that. And this is a pretty notable film. I guess it says in the back it was the last film he did like most of his own stunts for like a lot of it. He was 58 years old or 57, maybe when they shot it. And even though you can tell that he can't go anywhere near as much as he used to years and years ago, there's still like this speed and kind of a knack that he has for doing these things that still shines through. Did you get a sense of that? Yeah, like I mean, there's not a lot of fight scenes with him, but there are quite a few.
I said that though during one of them. I said he's so fast.
He is fast, yeah, but like it's not. You shouldn't go into this expecting like Police Story Jackie Chan, or Project A Jackie Chan.
You can tell that the other guys did more fighting.
Yeah, but I still thought that he shined quite a bit. His kind of humor shined a lot in the film. I liked how there's a lot of different languages in the films. There's like French, Chinese, and stuff, and English. So we watched
Japanese.
Yeah, we watched the Mandarin version, but there is a lot of English mixed in, including him doing English as well. And there's a lot of humor from that, I thought, which is kind of funny when people are trying to translate each other, and he's the people are translating things wrong, and he's kind of trying to keep everything together. Very typical of his films, where there's a lot of characters who are like really goofy, like you were saying. I do feel that one thing about the film that maybe wasn't the best was that there's a lot of characters, and like for example right at the end, one of his crew who go with him like stealing antiques and stuff, she seemed to have a backstory revolving around her daughter and her husband that got kind of emotionally resolved at the end of the film, and I didn't really get too much of a sense of that.
No,
there's a few things, but
forgetting which one of the it was.
It was hard to keep track of some of that stuff, but I mean, I don't know. I really had a good time with it. It's a notable film for a few more reasons. He didn't win. He was given 2 Guinness World Records for this. The first one was, I guess, by doing this film, he is now the person who's done the most stunts ever in a movie. Most stunts performed by a living actor, and then the other one was most credits in a single movie. So he has more credits to his name in one single movie than anyone else ever. So that is writer, director, lead actor, producer, executive producer, cinematographer, art director, unit production manager, catering coordinator, stunt coordinator, gaffer, composer, theme tune vocalist, props, and stuntman.
Wow, so he actually beats the guy who made The Room.
Yeah.
His name is all over that movie.
Oh, hi, Jackie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess he does beat, what's his name? Jesus Christ. We watched the movie about him. Tommy Wiseau. Yeah. Anyway. Now, the story let's just get into it a little bit. The story revolves around the Chinese Zodiac statues, which were real statues in the 1800s that were stolen during some sort of war, and people came in and just like trashed the Grand Palace and took all of the statues. That's a true story. These 12 bronze heads are mostly missing. I think some of them are accounted for. Some of them, the literal whereabouts aren't known, like in real life. And in his book, he talks about how he always wanted to make this story into a movie about someone going and trying to find all of the 12 different heads. And so he made the movie, finally got a chance to make it, and when he was promoting this film, he said, I would love it if, the kind of a, now I'm really kind of stretching this isn't exactly what he said, but roundabout in a way, he was promoting the film and saying if anyone could kind of have it within their hearts to kind of donate some of these heads back to China where they belong because of this movie, that would be amazing. If we could just recover one of these things by shining a light on the story by making this movie, and it was quite popular in China and so on and so forth. And so it actually came to pass that there was a guy in France who owned 2 of them, and after the movie, and he had saw it in 2013, he gave those back to China. So 2 of those bronze statue heads were given back, which is pretty fucking cool, I think. Almost makes the whole movie seem worth it, but it obviously seems it's pretty much impossible to get all 12 of them because some of them just haven't been seen for hundreds of years at this point. Hundreds of years, I guess? No, not quite, but over 100 years for sure. And I did think that maybe the film would show the characters getting all 12 of them. It didn't quite go that way. And there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, it's a really busy film for sure. There's so many things going on. I kind of loved how they were stealing 2 heads from one mansion, and as he's trying to leave, he keeps finding things the pharaoh's thing, and the jewel of this. Oh wait, there's this painting I can get. And so it's the painting that he stole that kind of gets them in deep trouble. But it's a really fun kind of adventure film, much like the other 2, I think, or more in line with the second one, maybe.
I like this one better than any of the others.
You liked it more than that's interesting. Yeah, I'd say I liked it more than the first one.
I guess it's because the comedy was more even in a way. I didn't get
Yeah.
Those Hawaiian shirt guys, because they were stupid, and then the pirates came and they were stupid.
Yeah.
But because the whole movie was goofy,
Yeah, exactly.
It made it okay. Because it was already goofy, but then, and it wasn't annoyingly goofy.
No.
Some of it was
yeah.
I felt like it was trying too hard, but I mean it's from 2012, so.
Oh, is that a renowned year for
yeah, just like Dumb and Dumber from the 90s. It was okay then, but then they recreated Dumb and Dumber. It's no, it doesn't work.
Right, yeah.
In 2015 or whatever that one came out.
Yeah.
The last one, I just remember those 2 white guys that were dressed in those Arabian clothes, and they were just annoying for me.
Mm.
So yeah.
In Operation Condor.
Yeah, the goofiness matched.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, so the 2 henchmen in Operation Condor were very goofy in the way that they were portrayed, and you felt like that didn't match with the rest of the film.
Yeah,
whereas
because they were so stupid.
Yeah.
Whereas this was pretty solid stupid all the way through.
Okay.
But in a funny way.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I needed a brain dead movie.
Yeah. I mean,
it was exactly what I needed tonight. So. But I'm not gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, I did enjoy some of the humor in the film. There's one bit that really made me laugh, and it was a really, really stupid gag where the French woman falls down this pole and she's screaming as she slides down, and she just keeps on screaming and screaming even though she's stopped. And just something about it that really cracked me up. So some of the humor landed for me. But it is a very goofy film. Not really too much more to go into, I don't think, but I really, really enjoyed this one. This is one I definitely watch again. Mainly just seeing him at 57, 58 and doing all these stunts. Because this was 2 years after Karate Kid. And he looks so much older in the Karate Kid than he does in this movie. I think in this film he's made up to look a bit younger. The hair maybe is dyed completely black, or
he's supposed to look like the old wise man.
Yeah, I don't know. So, or maybe in the Karate Kid they just made him look more old in that sense.
What I mean.
Yeah. But in the Karate Kid, I remember that there's a fight scene at the end that they cut out with Jackie Chan. And I remember thinking, is he just too old to do this stuff now? And clearly he wasn't, because this was a couple of years after that. And I just think the fight scenes are really cool. I mean, it's nothing incredible like you've seen him do before, but even just him flipping under kind of railings and spinning around and doing all this stuff. There's a really cool scene with a photography studio where he's jumping through frames and then posing for a picture, and then it's just really creative stuff. And he obviously wrote and directed this, so he had a hands-on approach with the stunts and everything too. And there's a nice variety of action scenes as well, and some of it was, again, maybe laden down with a bit too much cheap CGI, I think, but then I liked that there was a lot of different locations, and it was just a nice kind of globe-trotting action-adventure film that was light-hearted. You don't take it too seriously, you know, and yeah, I had a really good time with it, so... Actually, we'll just leave it there. There's no need to talk about it again tomorrow. I think it pretty much covered our thoughts. I was surprised with this one. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much, but I was mainly just interested because of that, to me, incredible true story that he wanted to make a film about those statues, and because of that, 2 of them were recovered, well, not recovered, but donated and given back to China, which meant a lot to him. So it's kind of a win-win, I think. Fun, entertaining film. Apparently it got trashed in the reviews. I can kind of see why, but I really enjoyed it, and as a Jackie Chan fan, I was quite satisfied with it, so we'll leave it there. Connie is literally, like...
Don't film me while I'm
yeah, just literally falling down as I'm talking here, so we will leave it there. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
It's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you, 'cause